I'm Amelia. I'm 95 years old. And people still ask me the same question like it's some kind of unfinished business. Aren't you lonely? Don't you want someone beside you? Don't you miss having a partner? Funny thing is, I've lived long enough to know the difference between silence and emptiness. Most people haven't. So, let me tell you something most people won't admit out loud. I once tried it. At 90 years old, I let someone into my life again. And I have never felt more alone than I did sitting right next to him. After my husband passed, I spent years learning how to exist again. Not dramatically, not all at once, but slowly, like learning how to walk on a leg that healed wrong. Mornings became mine. Evenings became quiet, not painful. I found small rituals. Tea by the window, light music, reading the same page twice and not caring. It wasn't the life I planned, but it was peaceful. Then came the voices. Not loud, just persistent. My daughter worrying. Friends, nudging. People smiling with that look, like something was missing in me. You shouldn't be alone at this age. It's not healthy. You deserve companionship. And slowly, those words started planting doubt. Maybe I was missing something. Maybe peace wasn't enough. Maybe I was just settling. So, I opened the door. His name doesn't matter. What matters is how it felt. At first it felt warm, familiar, like putting on an old coat you forgot you owned. Calls, conversations, dinners, small laughs. But then something shifted. Not suddenly, quietly, like a room slowly losing air. The calls became constant. The expectations became invisible rules. If I didn't answer, there were questions. If I wanted time alone, there was disappointment. And here's the part nobody tells you. At 95, your energy is currency. You don't have endless reserves. Every outing, every conversation, every emotional adjustment costs something. And I started paying more than I could afford. I stopped doing things I loved. Stopped sitting in silence. Stopped choosing my own rhythm. Not because he forced me, but because I felt responsible for his feelings. And that is the heaviest weight of all. One evening, I remember it clearly. I was sitting in my own living room. My house, my memories, my life. And I realized something that hit me like cold water. I didn't feel at home anymore. Not because of him, but because I had slowly stepped out of myself. That night, I asked myself a question no one else could answer. Amelia, are you lonely? Or are you afraid of being seen as lonely? And the truth came quietly. I wasn't lonely. I was pressured, so I ended it. Not with anger. Not with blame. Just honesty. I choose my peace. The first few weeks were heavy. Doubt creeps in fast at this age. What if I made a mistake? What if this was my last chance? But then something beautiful happened. The silence came back. Not the painful kind, the peaceful kind. I woke up one morning, and I didn't have to check my phone. I didn't have to explain my day. I didn't have to carry anyone else's expectations. And for the first time in months, I could breathe. Now, listen carefully, because this part matters. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Loneliness is when you disappear, even while someone is sitting right next to you. Peace is when you exist fully, even in complete silence. At 95, I don't chase companionship anymore. I protect my peace like it's the last flame in a dark room. Because it is. Do I miss love? Sometimes, do I miss my husband? Every day. But what I don't miss is losing myself trying to fill a space that wasn't empty to begin with. If you're watching this, and you feel pressured to be with someone, ask yourself one thing. Am I choosing this, or am I afraid not to? Because fear builds cages. Peace builds homes. I'm 95 years old. I live alone. I drink my tea exactly how I like it. I sit in silence without needing to explain it. And I am not lonely. I am whole. And that is not sadness. That is wisdom.